Welcome back to Studio 701. It's a great goal to try and live a healthy life.
It's also a big goal of mine to pass healthy habits on to my kids. So in today's Healthy Living, which is sponsored by Lincoln Repair, we welcome Kelly Fisher, a registered dietitian at Sanford Health. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Kelly.
Morning.
Okay, you are talking about something I think every parent struggles with, which is how to have delicious and nutritious breakfast and lunches, especially this time of year as we're going back to school. A lot of people are packing their lunches. So can we start with breakfast and maybe just first of all, how important that meal is for our little ones?
Well, it is very important. They show studies of kids doing better in tests when they do eat something in the morning. So some people wake up hungry and some people need to be awake for a little while before they eat. So I think it depends on each person, but planning is a big part of this. And mornings are hectic. People are in a rush, and if you wait till morning, it's probably not going to happen, or it's going to be a granola bar on the go. So taking some time, even the night before, to put some things together or plan ahead. And that's kind of some of the things that I brought today.
Yeah, tell us what you have in the jars. This seems to be a trend I'm hearing a little bit more. Is that overnight oats?
Yes, so the jars are overnight oats, and I made different sizes because, you know, if you've got a little first grader, they're not going to eat as much as maybe your fifth or sixth grader is going to eat. And so you can make them in different size containers. Basically, it's just oatmeal, milk, yogurt, any kind of fruit that you have. I've even used some canned fruit when I didn't have fresh fruit. I put some chia seeds and some almonds in there, and you just put the cover on and store it for a few days or overnight, and it's ready to go in the morning. On weekends, a lot of times we like to make big breakfasts. So we often make scrambled eggs on the weekends. So make extra and make these burritos ahead of time and freeze them. And I just keep a bunch extra in the freezer, and when I'm in a hurry, I just grab one and take it to work, or you can warm it up in the microwave really quickly, and that's a quick breakfast too. That can be a good snack too later in the day when they come home from school if they want to. And then smoothies are always, popular, and that's again something, if people aren't used to eating in the morning, it's easier to drink something. And so a smoothie might be very refreshing and easy to get down and loaded in protein and nutrition. And that's something I made, again, the night before, put it in one of those shaker bottles and just shake it up in the morning so you don't have that rat race in the morning to try to get something together.
Sure. And for the parents that are maybe trying to make the transition into maybe a healthier food for lunch or something like that, what can they look out for when they're grocery shopping to kind of make sure that, okay, this is a healthy choice? Because I feel like sometimes the packaging may look like it's healthy, but in fact it's not.
So fruit snacks, for example. Right. Lots of fruit pictures on the front.
Is there
very
fruit
little fruit. Yes, I think, focus more on what to include more of, and making a point of, not just serving Lunchables or having those types of things, but what kind of fruit or vegetables can I add to that, and so it's not so much of don't eat this and don't eat that, it's are they getting enough protein during the day? Are they getting fruits and vegetables added to some of those things? And so focusing just on that will make it easier too.
And you brought some well-balanced lunch examples as well. Could you just go over one of those for us too?
So I brought some containers with some different types of quick meals in there and different options for it. So the one that you're looking at right there is a wrap sandwich with even some treats. Who doesn't like Oreo cookies? But there's 2 in there instead of a whole row of them. Some vegetables, some string cheese, those are all good things to add. With the sandwiches, people often just think of bread, but if you think of like tortillas and making wraps, or using little slider buns and making smaller sandwiches, pitas, stuffing those pitas full of different deli meats, cheese, vegetables, egg salad, tuna salad, chicken salad. The next one I have is a combination of lots of vegetables, fruits, some crackers, and There's some hummus in there. And some kids really like hummus and some don't, so you can interchange that with, I have a yogurt parfait type of a thing that you could put in there. With Greek yogurt having more protein, making up a quick chicken salad that has, you know, celery and grapes and craisins in there, and just making it very interesting and enticing. So mix matching a lot of those different things in there.
You get my kids to eat that, and I will thank you.
You'll
for
win
it.
an
and just
award.
that, you know,
Yeah,
it's like
thank you.
the school lunches are great options. There's nothing wrong with the school lunches that are served. They follow very strict guidelines. But some days, some kids want different different options.
And this helps coming up with these ideas. So thank you so much,
You're
Kelly,
welcome.
for being with
Thanks,
us
Kelly.
today. And this has been Healthy Living, which is sponsored by Lincoln Repair.
And if you have any questions for Kelly, you can schedule an appointment with her at sanfordhealth.org.